Welcome to BBC Top Gear India. Today we have with us the all-new TVS X, TVS's long-awaited electric vehicle, following up with the iQube over here. But this time TVS has started to take a different approach with a bit more curated approach designed for certain buyers only. Now this costs about 2,49,000, almost 2,50,000 rupees, which is quite a high asking price if you really think about it. At this price, you can also get your hands on a Triumph Speed 400 if that's the kind of buyer you are. But this is made for a totally different buyer, for a more environmentally conscious, someone who's looking for a certain lifestyle, like TVS likes to put it. Now, let me go over the facts and figures over here. So, for starters, this has a claimed top speed of about 105 kilometers per hour. And I think even though it could probably do more, it's probably electronically limited. Secondly, this has a claimed range of about 140 kilometers. Now, that is something we'll have to test in the real world to really know what it's like. Now, let's go over the rest. Now, claimed acceleration figures: 0 to 40 in just 2.6 seconds and 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. Again, not out of this world, but pretty good, and TVS claims it's the fastest in its segment. Also, this has a battery capacity of 4.4 kilowatt hours, essentially, and has a total output of about 7 kilowatts. 7 to 11 kilowatts at peak, which is again puts it about 9 to 12 or 13 bhp, which is not the craziest, but when you think about it, it's an EV and the power is immediate. There's a lot of potential over here. Now, TVS put a lot of emphasis on the chassis of the motorcycle over here. They've named this Zelatin platform. It's their Zelatin platform, and as you can see, this is actually part of the frame that's exposed, and I think it looks very unique, very rugged. You can see the frame, you can see parts of the subframe over here, and TVS says that this is about 25% stiffer than its competitors, which gives this motorcycle a lot of agility and, in their words, can cut through traffic a lot easier. So that's another thing. Now, if you look at the looks of the motorcycle, this definitely looks like a more advanced version of the Ntorq, starting with the headlamp. So now when you fire up the headlamp, it'll do like a cool sequence over here with the indicators and everything. With a lot of EVs that you may have seen, they tend to do that. And the looks, I for one think it actually looks quite stunning, very sexy, and it may as well should, right? I mean, it costs about 2.5 lakhs. So again, now the style of the scooter is a bit like a maxi scooter, but like not completely like a maxi scooter. As you can tell, it's comfortable. You can have your feet up, very cushy seat, not very bad actually. And now this is one thing that I really like about the scooter, is that it has cruise control. Yes, you can finally use cruise control, and I don't know where you're going to use it. If you're stuck in traffic, probably not. But here are the cruise control options over here. You can use cruise control. You can press this button to unlock the boot, and it has about 18 to 19 liters of storage over here. And you also have a Type A charging socket in case you feel the need to charge something. Now, one thing that's quite a highlight, if you could come around over here, so I could talk about the screen. Now, this gets a 10-inch screen over here that TVS claims can do a lot of things. So, like, for example, here's the craziest part. You can actually watch YouTube stories on it. And the scooter also has a speaker built into it. So, yeah, there we go. Can you hear that? Let's go. So, I mean, knowing how distracted that Indian riders tend to be, I only imagine what this is going to happen. But TVS, in order to safeguard that, made sure that you can only watch stuff when the scooter is stationary, not when it's moving. So again, in case you see someone distracted on the traffic, you can also play games with someone. Apparently, you can play it with Pillion, or you can play with yourself. Then if you go to settings, wait a second, let me get back over here. You got browser, so you can browse. You've got Fruit Frenzy, you've got Wellness. So this is all about your health, and you can apparently, if it's connected to your speakers or even anything, or even earphones, you can play sounds of nature, something that they have taken from the Ionic. And yeah, different sounds of nature. In fact, they all are very similar if you really think about it. Even the wallpaper for this one looks like it's out of the Ionic, but like, again, I mean, this could be like a random coincidence. So a lot of features. You can use navigation, you can connect it to your phone, and this actually makes the scooter quite high-tech, and TVS aims to make it the most high-tech scooter in its class. It sees this as the future, and the future of mobility, not just for TVS, but the future of mobility for the Indian consumers in general. Now, what is the scooter going to be like to ride? For that, we're going to have to find out. We're going to have to wait for that. But this is essentially the scooter in a nutshell. Now, again, this has you don't exactly need a key for it. You have 4 different ways to access it. You can use a passcode, you can use a smartwatch, you can use a phone, and there's different ways to access it. So you and your family members don't have to share a key. You guys can use different ways to access the scooter. And again, it's a very cool looking scooter. It's very different for sure. Definitely something a lot more different than what TVS has done. And it's nice to see how the concept has finally taken shape. And I only imagine what this shape is going to inspire future products. I mean, I can imagine TVS making a electric motorcycle someday and it taking inspiration with this design language, perhaps, or even inspiring the next Ntorq, so to say, because this does look like a very aggressive and a very sexy Ntorq. Not that the Ntorq is bad, but like, yeah. Okay, now if you come along the rear over here, you notice that this gets a monoshock setup, offset monoshock setup, and you even get a little light over here just to let you know that this is an electric vehicle over here. The tail lamp, again, like the Ntorq, is just one simple slat minus the flared arches over here. I really like the way TVS designed the indicators. They look like nice shark fins over here. The wheel, again, you have a single-sided swing arm over here. So pretty cool. I know a lot of people are going to try to jazz this up with different colors and whatnot. And again, from what I see here, look at the way the foot peg comes out. It just cleanly folds in. The grab rails are located under here. So the design tries to stay as clean and as neat as possible. And I really appreciate the effort that TVS has put in into curating this motorcycle and giving you something that's a premium experience. Now, with the premium experience comes a premium price. And upon asking TVS why is it that they think this is going to sell, it's because TVS is not really targeting numbers with this scooter. They're actually targeting a unique set of customers that are looking for a quality, well-rounded experience with the scooter. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They will sign you up to a concierge service. The first few owners get to sign up to a concierge service. And as part of the concierge service, you get access to, like, say, hotels or clubs or restaurants, and stuff like that. And they're trying to create a lifestyle around the scooter. So yes, I do appreciate the effort coming in from TVS, and I'm quite excited to see how all of that actually pans out. Well, this is Gavin Rodriguez. Thank you so much for watching. Stick around for more further updates.